Welcome to JOKAKAKA. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And today we're doing the thing that we normally don't do, but we've been doing recently.
Well, it's also a special occasion because Part 5 got announced.
Oh yeah, whatever, Part 5 announced, hooray, we did it. More importantly, have you been reading these Rohans? They're very good.
Yeah. Really good?
So today...
Second one.
Yeah, so today we're talking about Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe, Chapter 2, or no, actually it's not. I think it's called Episode 2.
Yeah, they're weird titles. They're very long titles.
This one...
They're like light novel titles.
They are like light novel titles. This one was called... Sorry, excuse my clicking. This one was called Episode 2, Mutsu-Kabe Hill.
Yes.
And personally... So I've read through a few of these Rohan Kishibe one-shots, and this one is like, by far... one of my favorites that I've read, at least.
Yeah.
It perfectly does that kind of, like, creepy Japanese horror that...
I know Rocky likes, but yeah, with Jojo, you kind of, like, going with this kind of story, and I kind of tell he wants to do, like, a horror.
Yeah.
It is, like, his way to do those horror.
It's almost a way for him to, like, get that creative thing out. Because with Jojo, he's got such a... He does get weird with Jojo, but he definitely
It's more so
doesn't...
body horror.
Yeah, he doesn't go off into, like, the
Supernatural
horror too often.
Yeah.
Supernaturals are very limited to, like, what his stand can do.
Or ghosts in Part 4.
Yeah, it sometimes goes.
And Jesus.
Whereas this, it's like... it's very explicitly a yokai that they mention. We even see for like one frame. Yeah. So yeah, if you're not familiar, yokai is a Japanese children's cartoon / TV show where a bunch of kids have watches and they go out and hunt yokai.
Yokai Watch. Yeah.
Okay, I was waiting for you to react at all to this statement. You were just kind of letting me go, and I was like, oh, now I sound like an idiot.
There was so much yokai shit at work. There's just like, I don't really care.
Yeah, so basically, I was just doing a bit that failed miserably. Yokai, it's just pretty much like demons, like the Japanese version of like what's the word? Like
a pocket monster.
A pocket monster, yes. A sort of a malevolent spirit or a ancient sort of creature. I don't know where I'm going with this.
But yeah, so it does start out with him meeting an editor, where it kind of seems like he's either on vacation or he meets with an editor compared to the 3 that I've seen of these stories. But
yeah.
Because this is editor. I'm not sure what the girl was. And like the third one, it also was one that was animated first.
Mm-hmm.
With the
Millionaire Village.
Yeah.
This one, oh, by the way, this one is going to be... it is the next OVA. So they.
This one is?
This one is the next OVA, yeah. So I'm actually really interested to see... Because Rohan's not really in, like, most of this one.
But he actually uses a stand in this one.
Yeah, he does. He used to stand in Millionaire Village, too.
That's right, he does. You actually see it, though, and I felt like in this one, other than just... I don't think Millionaire Village, he just opened the face up.
But yeah, this is just a fun little sort of event. It's just a weird story that happens that Rohan kind of stumbles upon.
It's like a secret story, but also has like thriller and like suspense in it.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just go through the plot really quick. So I would recommend reading this. I don't know why you wouldn't have already read this.
It came out in 2007.
So this is what I think is really crazy. Is like this is over a decade ago, but the art is like peak for me. Like some of the art in on these pages is like fucking gorgeous. There's a lot of incredible like Steel Ball Run style close-ups.
Well, this was during Steel Ball Run.
It was. Did you notice a little Steel Ball Run Easter egg?
There was a lot of Easter eggs in this one, but I didn't notice which one was Steel Ball Run.
I'll bring it up when we get there.
All right.
So basically, yeah, Rohan is in Morio. Jesus, I don't know why I can't say that.
Yeah, he's sitting down reading like his art book. Like
he's reading a Destale.
Is that like German or that?
I assume it's either French or Dutch. I don't think it's German.
It's European.
I speak German, and there are 2 dots over the E, which is not a thing in German.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No,
Spanish was my thing.
Umlauts are a thing over most vowels, but E is excluded. So yeah, I mean, if I was a person worth my salt, I would have looked up just the most basic knowledge. Okay, so Germaine de Stael.
It's French.
Yeah.
But letters of Swiss origin. A woman of letters of Swiss origin. Where that?
So yeah, he's just a pretty cool artist, and I actually really did want to check his style out. All right, okay, so
these are
viewers at home. Go look up Germaine de Stael. His art is really neat. So it's...
I guess.
It is super...
They're blotches.
Yeah, what's the word? It's super minimal. It's almost... It's strange. It's almost like Impressionism, but
it reminds
taken to like an extreme.
It reminds me you took like a scenic picture, or like a stock picture of a scenery, then you kind of just you put blotches to like, or like depixelize them to make it like...
It is in a way, I hate using the word deconstruction. Oh, it looks like a stand, kind of.
She's an art critic now. He was first a movie critic, but now he's going to be an art critic.
Yeah, I wear many hats, Sam. I wear many hats. Oh, look, this is probably what he's reading. It's almost like a deconstruction idea where he's taking like the basic elements of a picture and he's making it almost unrecognizable.
Uh-huh.
I am going to stop talking about it because I don't know anything about it.
And that was Art Talk with Jimmy.
Yeah, definitely go check it out. It's really cool. I do really enjoy this little detail, how it kind of gives us a look into what Rohan values, and Rohan is definitely an artist through and through. Like, he cares about all the most abstract styles you can imagine.
AKA is Rocky's appreciation for art.
Yeah. Also, he said that he passed away in 55, which is confusing to me.
I mean, there was a picture of a guy in your Google Images, but that's not important though, Jim.
Yeah, sorry, we're dwelling on the details.
But yeah, he's reading it and he's talking to his editor. His name is like Minoru Kagamari.
Yeah, basically it's a nothing experience. It's a nothing exchange.
But he's talking to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not bankrupt, but I just don't have any money. My home it's kind of fucked, aka Josuke fucked him with burning it down."
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and he's actually really funny. He's like living. He said he's living with Koichi, which is really weird because Koichi lives with his sister and his mom. And I guess I get the feeling that like Rohan just like wrote on his parents' face or his mom and sister faces like not really like be fine with it or something.
Yeah, I mean he is very mean to Koichi. He takes a very like assertive role in his life, so I could see that happening. Mm-hmm. I'd like to imagine that Koichi just said, "Hey mom, I'm gonna have Rohan stay with me for a bit. Don't freak out."
This 27-year-old man is gonna be living with us.
We also do get I wonder if Koichi might be living on his own now.
Maybe. I don't know. How old was he in part 5?
I mean, they were in high school.
Well, but Rohan was also like...
Rohan is a little older.
Yeah.
I don't think he was 27 though. Rohan is supposed to be... Okay, well, let's take a look. This was released in 2007, and what's it called? Part 4 took place in 1999. So I think we can assume that when Araki wrote this, he just wrote it as if time had been passing normally. Like our time and Jojo Part 4 time had been passing at the same time. So that's probably why, because it said that he's been a manga artist for 11 years.
I'm gonna check the official source, aka the wiki.
The wiki.
Part 4 he's 20, but in this episode they say he's 27.
Okay,
so he's 7 years. So yeah, I guess he could be living with. We think he lost his home, so I just want to pretend that Josuke still burned it down, another one down.
Oh well, no. What he meant was like he's probably because he's in bankruptcy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he has to sell everything. So okay, we're kind of
he's bankrupt because he bought that piece of land for research and couldn't sell.
Stop reading off the wiki.
That's right. No, I remember that.
Let me just recap it.
No.
Okay, so we get a cute little scene where we have Akira and the other
black guy. No one really cares because no one likes him anyway.
I wonder if he's listed in here.
Probably. Akira and Tamami.
Yeah, Tamami Kobayashi, who was
guy.
Yeah. I want to see what his stand's called.
It's called
Oh my god, the Part 4 art.
Oh yeah, his look changes like.
His stand is called The Lock.
Yeah, his like art changes like. He becomes like when he gets beaten by Koichi, he becomes like a small man.
He was earlier on too. And
yeah, he was like one of the first.
Part 4 is almost like Part 3.
He was like the first one of the first stand that was after what's his name?
Okay.
The water one.
Aqua Necklace.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it was after the Bad Company in the hand.
Because, it would have been.
Because that's why Koichi got shot in the neck with an arrow.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So we have a little cute scene where they approach Rohan. They're like, "Hey, give me an autograph." And then Rohan's editor is like, "Hey guys, go away, no." And then Rohan's like, "It's already done." And not only had he autographed it, but he also drew a picture. It looks like he drew an illustration of either himself or of his stand. It's a little unclear.
Let me
see, it kind of looks like Heaven's Door.
But did he also use like Heaven's Door? Like, remember in like Part 4 when he showed like a little bit of his manga, they would like his stand with like kind of like the character.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. I need to read part 4 again. It's been a while.
Yeah, because early on it Stan doesn't manifest into that until like later on when he actually like develops like I guess more.
But so yeah, basically Rohan explains that he.
I don't think they're supposed to be the same people because you don't even mention. I guess Rohan never met either. I thought he met the lock guy at least once, but I don't think he ever met Akira.
And Mother was a small town. I think it can be assumed that they're at least aware.
I thought Akira had been like locked up by the like a foundation, like or maybe have a very dangerous stand and attempting to kill like
he's fine.
The person that gives the Speed Foundation money the most.
He definitely killed people.
He's
a murderer.
He killed Okuyasu's brother.
Oh shit, he is a murderer.
By like putting him through.
Why is he allowed to just walk around then?
I don't think it. I think it's just a weird Easter egg that was a beat then.
Yeah, it's just fan service.
A way too obvious Easter egg.
It's just fan service.
They like have him in the background, and he just like they're front and center.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so. Oh, also, there's one more reference I want to get before we get into the main plot. So yeah, Rohan's like, there was this whole. I'm in bankruptcy. I really wanted inspiration for a story. And there was supposedly a yokai that was living in these mountains, but there was going to be a new highway through it.
Mm-hmm.
So he said that he ended up buying like 6 mountains, like all the land. And I assume that Rohan had some wealth, but he's definitely it's gone now because he said he had to like sell all his possessions, which include my Sailor Moon figures, Led Zeppelin paper sleeve, and this is a very poorly aged reference, Rurouni Kenshin.
I don't think is a time.
Do you know? Oh, the whole Rurouni Kenshin thing?
Yeah, I know the Rurouni Kenshin thing. I know the artist, but the anime or manga itself is still pretty known.
Unfortunately. Well. And also, the artist, if you're unaware, the mangaka for Rurouni Kenshin recently was discovered to have having tons of child pornography and was recently busted. But Japan is like... I've heard it described as a haven for child predators. Because while they recently added laws against owning these horrible things, their actual punishments are very weak. I think it's like a year in prison is like max.
Where it's like super bad in America, where you go like for prison.
In prison, your life is over.
And once someone finds out you got arrested for child pornography in America, you're like dead.
Yeah, if they don't kill you in prison, by the time you get out, you are on a registry.
You're blacklisted basically.
Your whole life has changed. In Japan, it's totally different. So. I mean, this was before it, but I know that she a man or woman? I think it's a man. The Rurouni Kenshin manga.
I think probably a man.
All I know is like the details around it. I know that the person has recently been getting a claim again because they're out of prison, which is frustrating. This has been like the least JoJo podcast, huh?
It feels like it. All right.
Alrighty.
The pop-up off the screen. They kind of distracted you to go back to Audacity.
I hate having to click every time.
It is gone now when they brought it up.
It's gone. So yeah, that was a fun little reference. Then Rohan's like, you know what? It was worth it though. I wouldn't have changed it. I wouldn't have sold my possessions because there is a yokai. And then his editor just like,
wait, what?
Yeah, he's like, no.
Like, you serious, mate?
So yeah, we see some really good art. Then we get the bomb dropped by Rohan about a college student. His name is Atsoko Naoko.
Her.
I say his.
Yeah,
I meant her. Sorry. Atsoko Naoko, who he says that she murdered her boyfriend. So we end up getting this whole
the picture of like her like in like her underwear with like blood in her hands.
It is a really fantastic image. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm saying. Like this is a like peak Araki for me. He really just like takes his time and he emphasizes like one thing in the frame, whether it's like a person or like a close up, and it just looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
it just is phenomenal.
So SBR, I get it. But,
So basically, just to go quickly through like the kind of main inciting event in this.
This house was in like the mountains that he bought, right?
Yes, yeah. So yeah, the mountains that he bought. This is the family that's lived there for like 300 years.
Yeah, like a mansion kind of thing. And I think it was like a miso.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they grew miso, which apparently I've learned from Golden Kamuy looks like poop.
Good to know.
So basically, our main character Naoko is a college girl, and one of the details I thought was weird is like. Her parents are super protective of her, so they drove her. They had a private driver drive her to school every day, which was 2 hours one way.
Jeez.
So that's 4 hours your day that you're just in a fucking car. I hate my life.
And then she's in the house with the part-time gardener, I think it was.
Yes.
And what was his name?
Let me see. I think they say it right here.
Is it Gunpei? Yeah,
Gunpei. So basically, he's just this cool little dude. He's about her age, so they're kind of flirting. Like it. He has a shirt that it looks kind of like a jersey almost.
Like a soccer jersey, like a soccer jersey, like a button up.
And it says SBR on it, which is a reference to all around. There's I know that SBR is something that Rocky always puts in part 8. There's a few times where SBR is in background shots. So what ends up happening is they're hanging out, but she shouldn't be dating him because she reveals later that she's already
forced marriage.
Yeah, she's already
her dad already picked
been
out.
engaged with a guy.
Yeah,
and he's some old dude. And the what's his name?
Gunpei.
Gunpei. It sounds like Junpei. Gunpei is like, what? Come on, you love me more. Like you care about me. This is some creepy old dude. Like, what are you doing? And then the girl notices that her father and the old dude are coming up, and she's like, fuck, I gotta get Gunpei out of here, otherwise my whole cover's gonna be blown. So this is kind of weird. She's like paying him. So she like gives Gunpei money.
Trying to get him out.
Yeah, I don't know. I know he's only a part-time gardener, so maybe he just doesn't make enough money and she's supplementing his income. But I thought that was kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. But so basically, he kind of gets violent with her.
He tried to force himself on her and everything, like try to get her around, like give you a hug, like you're together, like this, and then she like kind of like punches him or pushes him off or something like that.
Yeah, he's upset that she's
rejecting him.
Yeah, that she's kind of rejecting him. So yeah, she slaps him, so he hits her back, and it's just like, oh fuck. And then he goes through a really like realistic stage of like thought process, which I thought was interesting. So he slaps her and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I really like you now, Chan. Well, he's like, oh, well, you did it first.
But yeah, probably did put the blame on her. Like.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like you see, I don't know. I thought that was neat. You see like the gears kind of turning. So then out of like anger and confusion, she pushes him harsh against the wall. And then she looks out the window and sees, oh shit, they're coming up. We got to get you out of here. Then she turns around and she realizes that when she pushed him really hard into the wall, his head was impaled.
By a bent golf club?
Yeah, by an intentionally bent golf club. So then she's fucking freaking out. She's like, well, it looks like I bashed his head in with this golf club. So she, rather than like try and just go to the police and be like, oh my god, an accident happened.
She was like, I can call a doctor. Oh wait, he has no pulse or breathing or like. And then she's like, oh, I gotta call the cops then because he started with me or something like that.
Yeah, this actually kind of reminded me. I don't want to spoil it because it is kind of a big moment in this movie. A movie I saw recently where there's a thing that the character does where he is taking care of a sibling and he's under the influence of marijuana and he's driving and she ends up getting hurt in a car accident. So it's like kind of his fault, and like in the movie I was like, okay, so the whole rest of the movie is going to be about him like hiding the body and stuff, and he just doesn't. Like he just lets the body get found and then it just gets written off and everyone's just like, okay, well yeah, it was an accident. So in my head when I was reading this, like, she probably still could have just been like, yo, this was a horrible freak accident, rather than like what she ends up doing, which is hiding evidence or like trying to conceal evidence.
I'd be like, oh, she'd be a rich girl. She probably could have gotten away with it by saying it was an accident anyway.
Yeah, really. But in sort of like heat of the moment, she starts freaking out, and so like the real cool, weird aspect of this that makes it like a supernatural is there's a tiny little cut on the back of his head where the golf club entered him or impaled him. And it won't stop bleeding. And it just, like, keeps bleeding.
Yeah.
And so she's trying everything she can.
She puts, like, a bandage on it at one point, and it just, like, explodes out of there.
Oh, I love that scene.
That's that one image, they're really close up.
Oh, yeah, there's just one close-up of her when it's just, like, when she's kind of finally realized, like, oh, shit, I can't call the police because I've been trying to like hide this. I've been trying to cover this up.
In the bandage, she put on like, oh, I already tried to cover up the evidence. Yeah, they're not going to cover me now. She also tries to like sew it up. She grabs like a thread and needle and tries to sew it up, and that also just explodes. Oh, it explodes, and at that point, it starts like gushing and spraying out at her, and it's just like, holy shit. And at the same time, the guy is like her fiance is knocking on the door. But her dad's like, "Are you in there?" I thought I saw a shadow of someone else in there. Yeah. Like, oh, I'll go get the spare key. And so she's like, oh, fuck.
So this whole scene is just, like, so intense.
She strips her like, bloody clothes off as well. So that's why the image of her in her underwear and her bra.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So they're slowly doing it, and then she, like, oh, fuck, the blood's not stopping, so I'm going to wrap him up. The classic cover up a body is wrapping him up in a carpet.
Well, there's one other thing you missed. So
Which
yeah,
one?
you said she tried sewing it shut, and that just exploded again. So then she gets a spoon, heats it up, and tries to cauterize the wound. So yeah, so the spoon ends up, I guess, fusing to his flesh because it's so hot. So then she rolls him up.
I love the classic, like, roll a body up in the carpet. And she puts, like, on top of, like, the fridge or the cabinet. What was it?
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, I think it's a fridge. So yeah, she puts the body on the fridge, and then as she's doing this, the fiance opens the door, and then looks in and sees her, but she was able to quickly throw her clothes back on.
Put an apron in front of it.
Yeah, and put an apron on to hide the blood. And it looks like she has her back turned. And
she's cleaning. She has, like, rags in her hands, so she's, like, cleaning, like, the fridge and like, everything.
And then we get this incredible image, this, like, disgusting image of her. So the spoon, since the spoon had been fused to his head, the blood was now dripping down the spoon. And she puts her tongue under it to catch all the blood so the fiance doesn't notice that she's hiding this blood dripping blood. Oh my god, it's
great.
It is like, disgusting.
I remember I gave out a loud damn about reading that. Like,
it's one of those things. It's just like the scene it just kind of keeps ramping up, and the payoff is just so, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So then it kind of jumps forward.
It kind of gets, like, an epilogue to this story before it jumps.
Yeah, it's interesting because we kind of get that, but it's also like it's almost like a part two.
Yeah.
Because so we find out that the body never stops bleeding, and she ends up hiding it in her attic, and she ends up having a family with this guy.
Yeah, but she also, like, puts like a glass bottle underneath, so it drips in the bottle, and the bottle's always just enough to, like, fill every day, so she has to, like, dump it, I guess, and then.
Yeah, and so I looked it up. He gave, like, a specific amount. So every day he bleeds 1.5 cups of blood. So just, like, think about how much blood that would be over time.
And he's, like, in, like a. It looks like a tube, not really. I guess like a big
a
square coffin, but there's, like, a hole in it where, like, they would leak and drain.
But so then it goes into she like kind of falls in love with him again because the body starts, like, shriveling up after a while, but she finds out that if she drops some of the blood on the body,
like water.
No, it's blood.
Okay.
If she drops some of the blood back on his body, his body will just completely, like, rejuvenate to how he looked before he died. So this is years after. She has a family with the fiance now.
He had, like, 2 kids.
Yeah, and so, but she starts to, like, fall in love with it.
Like a weird,
again.
necrophilia kind of thing.
And then we have Rohan come in, like, near the end of the story.
Because he wanted to investigate yokai stories and everything.
Yeah, so.
And he runs into her while walking.
And that's how he finds out about this.
He uses Heaven's Door. He finds, like, something in the attic and the names and everything. And so then bumps into, like, her, one of her kids or her daughter.
Yeah, so this is when it gets weird, because she, like, kind of runs into him, or he's trying to get by her, and she ends up falling.
And she's like, I don't know if there's not shooting her, and she's like, yeah, and then she, like, runs by him, and he's like, wait a second, and then she kind of trips and neck first, like, conveniently into a rock and dies.
Yeah, her fucking neck cracks, and Rohan's like, fuck. And then we notice that she starts to bleed, which, as the audience knows, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's just a part of the supernatural shit. So Rohan, thinking on his feet, uses Heaven's Door.
Also has her eye, the same thing as the other, Gilgamesh eye did, with, like, a really, like, shrivel up eye, it looked like in the art. And then,
it's really creepy.
He uses Heaven's Door on the daughter, like dying face, and all the writing's starting to go away. So I love the design, like, if you go back and look at, like, the design of, like, Heaven's Door, like, I don't know, it looks really cool. Like,
it looks really
different
cool.
Art style.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing these old, like, really old stands
also,
redone
like,
in the new
her face
style.
is, like, how creepy it felt when you use Heaven's Door, like, it was never that creepy, like, looking compared to this.
There's something about the way that her lips and teeth look there that are just really gross.
Also, like, the book, like, I don't know, the pages are, like, really creepy, like, it would split the tooth thing kind of thing, where it's not, like, I don't know, it looks really creepy.
But so yeah, Rohan writes in. This is exactly what he writes verbatim on her. I don't know I don't know Kishibe Rohan. Even if I met him, I won't see him. So basically, that's enough to break this curse.
Yeah, because, like, the thing's trying to possess me or something, to, like, fall victim to it.
Yeah, and then so, like, right after he does this, we see like the true face of the yokai like kind of take over this girl, and it looks like fucking Cthulhu horror. Like,
yeah,
it is really cool looking. And then that was enough to kind of break the curse. So the girl just gets up, and she's
or at least like won't affect him, kind of.
Yeah. So, the last kind of big reveal we get though is that Rohan realizes when he was reading through her book that she's actually the daughter of Gunpei.
Yeah.
And so this is what makes me like question: do you think it's because she drank the blood that maybe made it happen, or do you think she's fucking this corpse? Because I think that is a very likely. The manga seems to give like kind of go into the idea that she's definitely throwing blood on this corpse and then boning it.
It felt like a thing, like a living corpse kind of thing, where like it wasn't like a zombie kind of thing, but it was more like it was a dead body, but it was still alive at the same time.
It was almost like it was unconscious.
Yeah, unconscious body.
So she, in a way, is getting her rape on him in the afterlife. They almost kind of turn that around. Very
strange.
It is a very
disturbing, of course.
It is a very fucking bizarre ending.
And then you have the end picture of Rohan with like his backpack on, like just looking over.
Oh yeah, we also get a cute little line where she has 2 children, the daughter which we saw, and then the other one who looks a lot like Gunpei, and his last line is "I'm going to be a gardener."
And he's wearing a Steel Ball Run shirt.
As if it wasn't so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's weird. The ending is kind of like a bittersweet moment for her. Like, she's happy. She's completely content with her life. Like, she has this fiance that she doesn't care about. She doesn't even like mention.
Never had his kids. Never technically had his kids.
Yeah, but she was able to have children that she loves. So yeah, and that just kind of ends. It's just like this weird,
very weird.
Rohan kind of dips in. He gets his inspiration, and he's like, "I'm fucking out of here."
Okay, look at that cover.
Yeah, the art is really incredible in these.
I think it's the next one, but that's the one that had the OVA, the first OVA.
Yeah.
But still, the covers always look fucking
Millionaire Village. Yeah, the next one's Millionaire Village, because it begins with that bit where he's.
I guess we would skip if we did.
I'd say we should read it though. I love this is a little thing where he's like doing his stretches, his manga stretches. Okay.
So yeah, oh man, I was really really good. Is this your favorite one? Have you read like more than I have?
It's out of the ones I've read. It's my favorite one. Oh wait, no, I think next one's the Gucci one. Or no, the Gucci.
Versace.
Whatever. Rohan does a shitty Italian crossover.
We skip that one.
No, we're definitely doing it. We're not gonna skip any of these, Sam. We're desperate for the content.
I heard that one's like isn't that one short?
It's very short. It's like 15 pages.
Why can't we just do the other one where he goes to, like, Italy?
Because we're gonna do all of them. But yeah, I really love this one. It's gonna be hard for me. It would be a challenge. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I would be surprised if I read one that I like more than this, because I think it does pacing very well. It goes in a lot of really creepy and dark places, which I love.
Yeah.
And it's a kind of side of the JoJo universe that almost doesn't even feel like the JoJo universe, which is awesome.
We know weird supernatural stuff exists in the JoJo world because Part 4 had the ghosts and everything, and like their vampires exist.
Part 5 just confirms that aliens with superior intelligence exist, because...
Yeah, they made the arrows and everything.
Spoiler alert for Part 5.
Oh, good luck with that, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. We know the supernatural side of the world exists. It's just, we never really get it in depth.
And it doesn't really have a place. Like, I mean, Part 7 goes in with, like, the corpse parts.
But Part 7 is also a different universe.
That's true.
It's
still like the JoJo.
We still have Jesus, like, Jesus' body parts and everything, and, like, dinosaurs, like, little dinosaurs running around, too.
I'm so happy that when I read Part 7, the corpse part stuff wasn't spoiled for me.
I mean, what world do you have Jesus and dinosaurs appear in, like, the same, like...
Jurassic World. That's the one.
No. But, yeah, it's just very interesting.
So you liked it?
Oh, yeah, it was really good. Like, had part that I visibly, talked out loud to, like...
Yeah, I had the same reaction. There was definitely a few moments where I was like, holy shit, like...
And compared to the first one was kind of a ridiculous stand fight, it felt like.
Yeah.
And this one definitely felt like a really suspenseful, like, you don't really know what's going on until, like, kind of weird stuff going on. You could definitely make a horror short.
Yeah, I think that's also kind of what Millionaire Village does, too. Like, to a like lesser
Millionaire Village
effect.
didn't feel as horror. It felt like another weird stand fight where you had to outsmart it and not outfight it, which lucky Rohan can do.
Yeah, well, that's like every stand fight though, is
I know.
outsmarting it.
I know, but the one just felt like a ridiculous stand fight that had just really weird scenarios. And the third one, which the Millionaire Village, it was just like you just said one thing to like outsmart them.
Yeah, spoilers for Millionaire Village.
And then 2 was just like it felt like a horror story, or I guess suspense with thriller, like the weird one shot stories you would read.
Yeah, but I loved it, and I really want to read more. I'm excited that we're doing these because it's a treat. It's a treat to get new JoJo.
I know the hiatus he did for Part 8 like last month was for a Rohan chapter he's working on right now too. So.
Oh, is there one he's working on now? I thought
that's why he took the hiatus to work on JoJo Rohan chapter, for what I heard.
Because the last one came out in February, I think.
Yeah, so I think he's working on the other one right now, so I'm not sure how far or he finished it, but
I was telling Sam earlier, like, honestly, if he stopped doing JoJo and just started doing, like, what Junji Ito kind of does, where he works on these, like, one-shots all the time, I would be totally fine with it. If they're same kind of quality as this.
But don't make it like Junji Ito, where you take that one annoying character that no one likes and make him like a million stories off of him, because Japan just loves that kid, even though he's like the least like horror character in Junji Ito.
I'm gonna give. Well, okay. The problem with the Junji Ito, you're talking about the Junji Ito anime collection, which is fucking terrible.
I think I read about it. Japan loves that kid character.
Yeah, I'm sure in the manga he's actually good.
I don't know, man.
Adaptations of Junji Ito's work are always terrible.
Those stories were not very interesting either, though.
A lot of them were kind of like lesser interesting ones. Like nothing's gonna compare with Uzumaki.
Oh yeah, the big ones actually had like
even like Gyo's more trashy, but Gyo's still like it's got like a story. Gyo's the one where all the fish and sharks.
Yeah, I remember. I seen the ridiculous stuff from there.
They made a shitty CG movie. See, there's no good adaptations of any.
But the thing is, like even with story, like the kid had like nothing to do with anything supernatural. It was just him being a shit kid.
Yeah,
especially that was the first episode of like the anime, which was like the worst thing to do to get your hook on a Junji Ito anime.
Yeah, that was a big misstep. I don't know. I've never read any of the stories with that kid. I forget his name, but I call him
shit kid.
I'm gonna give Ito the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure that they read a lot better than they
maybe. There's some stories in anime where actually, like, I can at least tell they were a good story and probably better to read than it is to capture in the anime form.
Yeah, I just don't see how. I mean, I love the idea of like, I want to watch a Junji Ito anime because I love his work so much. But sometimes like someone is just so good at a thing that you don't need to adapt it. Like, I think like Uzumaki is one of my favorite stories of all time, and
I got a live action Japanese movie. I think too.
I think there was several. Might have been. I think. I'm not sure. I think it was like a 2-parter thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
But it's just I don't know. His art captures everything. Like you don't need an adaptation. Like his art is just so perfect and gorgeous. That's why manga is superior, and all anime adaptations should die. All anime should die, especially Darling in the Franxx. Just kidding.
You're right about that when we do our actual Nyan-Cat episode.
Alright, this has been enough of me talking about not JoJo for at least half of this.
It's fine. I guess then, where can they find us then, Jim?
Oh, yeah. The JOKAKAKAs are all on YouTube. We do a sister podcast called The Nyan-Cast, which is also on YouTube, but you can also find it on iTunes. Yeah, and that's really it.
That's really it. Man, we'll probably have something on that either before or after this, so...
Yeah, look forward to that. Or not.
Or not.
I don't care. There'll be more JoJo stuff. I know you love this JoJo content.
Gotta wait like 3 months, or 3 weeks, 3 months.
I was gonna say...
This is another hiatus, but 3 weeks for another, Part 8 chapter.
He's about to go to Japan and raise hell.
Alright, thank you for listening.
Alright, I love you, bye.
Bye.